Welcome back. You're watching the Comedy Trade. Now let's talk to Abhishek Goenka from India Forex Advisors. Abhishek, welcome to the show. My first question to you would be that what's happening in the Indian rupee? If I'm looking at the trend, euro basically is trading almost at similar levels, 1.2, pound again 1.3550, no major move there. But Korean won basically is appreciating, Indonesian rupiah, small appreciation. There is an upward trend in the Asian currencies here. But for Indian rupee, basically something is different here. What's actually the trend here?
The trend for the rupee is still strong, and we are not seeing any kind of substantial intervention by RBI. And despite the fact that we are seeing the economic numbers like the fiscal deficit deteriorating, and the recent bond auctions were supporting that particular fact. The crude prices have been going up, inflation has been inching up. Despite that fact, the flows are still there, and since there is no intervention, because there is one point of thought that the government is concerned about the fact that US might just name India as a currency manipulator, and that's the reason the currencies like Thai baht and Indian currency, who are kind of getting into the radar as per the norms of the US, are letting its currencies appreciate because they don't want that particular naming to come. That's one point of thought. Otherwise, the local economic factors are kind of deteriorating. Ideally, rupee should have depreciated, but it's not because of the dollar weakness globally, the flows in the market, and the US control, which is possibly also one of the reasons. So I think the trend is likely to be like this for some past, until we see a significant reversal happening. I think selling the dollars on every rally is still the strategy. Likewise, in the recent term, we have seen some positioning building up globally among hedge funds on the US dollar long side from last week onwards. And if we see some correction happening on the US dollar, then definitely we could see some impact on the dollar rupee. But as of now, we have not gotten confirmation, and exporters are still coming in and selling the dollars on every rise. So we stay with the trend.
Okay, Abhishek, like two questions here. One is, what's the next target for rupee? Like, what could be a good trading strategy here in terms of support, in terms of targets here? And number two would be, if I just heard you correctly, you actually said that there were actually net long build up in the dollar positions last week here. But then if that's the case here, do you expect actually dollar to strengthen from here, or it was a temporary sort of development which you were seeing?
Yeah, so if you see, some time back, there was a huge dollar short portfolio which all the funds globally were taking in. But as I said, last week we have seen some reversal in the positions. And we have also seen the euro, which had gone up all the way to 1.2080 levels. And also it has corrected back to 1.20 levels. The sterling is again kind of halted. Yen is still little weak, though yen is a different formula altogether. So I think we need a confirmation for this week. And if we see a confirmation, we can successfully say that the trend is likely to reverse. But till the time we do not get a confirmation, the rupee is expected to come to close to around 63.10. That is the next level. And for a week 10 days, we are looking at a range of 63.10 to 63.70. And as I said, shorting on every rise is the strategy. Importers can cautiously look at covers. Exporters at any particular rally should look at long-term covers. And that's the strategy for the rupee.
Right, basically. If selling basically is the strategy here, what's the support right now? If 63.10 actually you're looking as the target here, what could be the reversal point or the support here?
We're looking at 63.75.80. If those levels break on a closing basis, on a weekly basis, then possibly we can assume that rupee has made a short-term bottom. Otherwise, still I think it's a carry trade.
Okay, that's the word coming on rupee. The levels actually which you need to watch are 63.10 on the higher side and 63.70.75 as a support. At present, the tailwinds for the rupee are actually looking stronger. That was Abhishek was saying. Keeping some points in mind that right now perhaps some intervention from RBI is not that strongly visible, and also there was some mild addition in net long portion of the dollar, though the trend is still very unclear because the dollar index has not been recovering so far, and that's why again in line with the Asian currencies the rupee actually continues to be very strong here. So that was about the currencies there, and again basically that was all we had on our show today with respect to all commodities and currency strategies. From the commodities, just one recap here. Basically, we had in terms of bearish call on the copper here, while on the crude also there was a bearish call, and that was about the strategies on the commodities. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of the Commodity Trade. News and updates continue on the other side of a short break. You can also watch us live on our website www.btvi.in to get all the latest updates. From the entire team here, thank you so much for watching us.